Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Trove news series. In this series, I give you guys all the information that I try and give us, and I give it to you guys in one easy video. So on today's live stream, they talked about the Dino Tamer being on PTS. Most of you already know that the Dino Tamer is on PTS because PTS is live, and it's available for the public. It's a public test server. So a lot of you guys have already checked out the Dino Tamer. I already went over everything that Dino Tamer is about last week. I went over all his costumes, I went over his abilities, and all that stuff. So you guys can go and check out last week's news video. However, I'm not going to go on PTS because you guys know me, I don't like making PTS content. I don't find it morally correct because also it's a waste of time, because if I make, say, like a class guide on the Dino Tamer while it's on PTS, that's like that's so messed up, because then you guys, like, it could change any second before it goes live, like the Revenant did. The Revenant got its ultimate change like literally the last second before it went live. So wait till next week for my Dino Tamer content. And then we'll see then. Don't expect any PTS content on the channel, like always. So next up is the Llama will finally be coming out to the Chaos Chess rotation next week. We went over the Llama like 2 or 3 months ago. I don't know how long ago it was. This is a very long time ago. But the Llama is a mount that actually copies the hairstyle of any class that you're on. So say you have spiky hair on your Dracolite, then the Llama will have spiky hair on its head. If you switch to the Gunslinger and your Gunslinger has a bun, it'll automatically switch the Llama's hairstyle to a bun, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty unique. So that's why I'm not excited, but I'm like looking forward to it. I'm happy that it's going to be in the game because it's a unique mount. We haven't got a unique mount in a very, very long time. Next up is the Dino Tamer pack. So we're going to be talking about this one for a couple minutes here. This is like the biggest part of this news video. So Dino Tamer pack is coming out next week, like I mentioned a little bit ago, and it is going to come with the Dino Tamer, like usual. The class packs always do that. So they come with the Dino Tamer. They come with both costumes. We went over the costumes last week, like I said. They come with 3 Clash Gem keys, which I find very appropriate. I don't see an issue with the Clash Gem keys because the Clash just came out, so getting those Clash Gem keys right away is actually pretty cool, even though it's for life money. It's I find it appropriate because it's the Clash just came out. And then also the laser top mount, which I'll be going over in a little bit, which is basically a mining mount, but again, we'll come back to that in a little bit here. And then 2 Dino Biome Terraformers. I don't know if it's one of each, like, type of biome, because the Dino Tamer biome is 2 different biomes. It's kind of weird to say, but it's like 2 different variations. One's a swamp, and then one's the actual Jurassic jungle. The one with the canopy and all that stuff. So I don't know if it comes with one of each or just 2 Jurassic jungles. I'm not sure. That's something that I guess you guys can just hop on PTS and check real quick. And then the final thing is that this comes out next week, and the class doesn't come out for another 3 weeks. So as you guys can tell, what does that mean? That means that you can get this pack and then get 2 weeks early access to the Dino Tamer, which you guys know I do not support at all. Like, I'm getting this for free. They do this for the creator program, and I don't like that. Doesn't matter. Like, it's coming out 2 weeks. Like, the class is done and ready to be played, and they're only available for real life money only. I do not support this type of behavior, no matter what company it is. I have said this before. I said it with the Mental Power Pack. This is, like, honestly, this is messed up type of business. It's ready, and it's ready to be played by everybody in the game. It's actually ready to be played. It's in the game. You can only get it for real life money. Now, the reasoning is, like, they say like, oh, you want to support us, then you can give us money. That's not how you do it, guys. Like, honestly, it's ready to be played. That's like holding an expansion off. That's like if World of Warcraft launched Legion. However, like 2 weeks or a month earlier, they're like, hey, if you give us like an extra $20, you can access Legion a month earlier. Do you know how much crap they would get? Like, that's not how you do business. If people want to support you, they would support you through other means, like actual, like, cosmetics and stuff like that. Like I do. I've spent, a couple $100 on this game. I've spent like $300. That's because I want to support the devs. I didn't support them because they're gonna give me stuff that no one else can get access to if they didn't spend money. Like, that's pretty messed up, right? So definitely, I'm not gonna support this. You guys know me. I don't dabble in this type of stuff. I find it very, very poor business, and we'll leave it off on that because I've already gone like pretty hard on them a long time ago. So we don't need to go back. We don't need to go down that dark road again. I mean, I'm getting it for free. All the creators are getting it for free, so you're still gonna see the content. But even then, I can't. That doesn't matter to me. I can't support something like this. This is completely this is BS. But moving on, patches. So they're talking about this again. They said this like 2 weeks ago, and I thought they were gonna do it 2 weeks ago, but apparently they forgot or something because they mentioned it like they never mentioned it before. But patches are gonna be coming every 2 weeks again, or 2 weeks. I said it again because this is the second time they mentioned it. So I don't know when that's going to happen because they said this like 2 weeks ago. And then they said they were going to do it 2 weeks ago, but now they're saying it like they're going to do it in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, there's a patch next week because, you know, the Dino Tamer comes out next week for Real Life Money only. But moving on is reroll. The second set rerolls will be coming at the end of the month, hopefully. Like this, you know, quotations, hopefully. The second set reroll will be coming next month at the end of the month, so the end of September. And then it'll be coming as a weekly event, so that's something that they're trying to push out. So again, I'm looking forward to that. I'm sad that it's a month away, but, you know, I'm still looking forward to it. They also said that they're working on Diamond Dragon Egg fixes, like how to get, like they're 2 RNG right now. Like they say they agree they're 2 RNG, and they say that they want some way for you to work towards them for endgame players, which I'm very happy because that's me. So hopefully that comes in the near future and not the far future, because it sounded like they're talking about it in the far future. It sounded like they didn't really have a 100% idea on what they wanted to do, but hopefully it comes out, because I really want to work towards that, and hopefully it doesn't come out before I decide to never play this game again, because I really like a Diamond Dragon Egg before I quit. Next up is the Laser Tops, so we're coming back to this. So Laser Tops is kind of like the tank turtle, but it's like a bulldozer slash tank turtle, so it shoots like it's a ground mount. It has full mounted speed, but it shoots lasers from the top of its head, as you can see, and it only has a single block destruction, so it's good for, like, I guess, fine-tuning builds. It does have a pretty long range, so you can really, you know, it's very good for, like, building and stuff. I don't personally build in club worlds or anything like that, so I probably won't use this, but it looks cool. I'll be honest, like, I like the look of it. I don't know how it goes with the theme, a laser dinosaur, but, you know, that'll be something that actually looks kind of cool. Next up is Clubs 2.0. They talked about, you know, the new expansion. I don't know if it's an expansion or not, but Clubs 2.0, their next big patch, which come after Mental Power, is actually delayed now. They said they're going to delay it for a little bit because they still have a lot of fixes to do on it. So, well, again, I hope that comes out before I decide to never play this game again. Not saying, like, even though I mentioned that twice, I'm not saying that I'm never going to play this game again, but maybe, you never know in the future. That's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully it comes out before the world explodes or something like that. So now the final thing is they did mention that the new worlds and ring crafting and basically the entire, like, powered up expansion, which I think is different than the Mantle of Power, but they're, you know, the new, like, shadow towers and all that stuff, they said that that stuff is going to be coming next year, which I'm kind of sad because they said last December, so, you know, December 2015, that the ring crafting updates was going to come by the end of 2016. So it looks like, you know, a year later, they're like, okay, now that it's coming out next year again. So I'm kind of sad how they're pushing, like, I don't understand what's so hard about ring crafting. Like, I know they have a lot of other stuff, you know, in the works, like Clubs 2.0, and, you know, the Dino Tamer's coming out, and they have a new class hopefully coming out after the Dino Tamer. I know they have all that stuff, but it's been 2 years. Like, I don't understand how they can do that 2 years in a row. It's pretty weird, but you know what? Like I said, hopefully it comes out before I never play this game again. But yeah, that's actually it. So overall, like, I'm kind of like half and half on what they said today. Again, like, everything was fine besides the ring crafting coming out next year thing was, like, a little disappointing because they said that last year, like the exact same thing last year, so I'm only expecting them to say it maybe next year too, with, you know, all the delays they have. And then obviously the 2 weeks early access, like, that's bullcrap. Like, don't do that. I know they're gonna do it for, you know, forever because that's the publishing side of Trion, but you know what? I don't agree with it, and that's all I can do about it. I can just say I don't agree with it. So yeah, that's actually going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time.